Hey yo, welcome back to the Doug and Beyond. So we got a couple recaps here. We have the annual World Series, which were now basically the first legit World Series as of people that are not living in Houston would assume. For the Houston Astros, they have won the World Series in 6 games, beating the Philadelphia Phillies. And I'm thinking that there may be a small investigation going on right now behind the scenes of making sure that there's no cheating again going on with the Astros to make sure this was actually a legit World Series win. Yeah, they came in. It was a pretty good series. Went 6 games. Phillies won actually the first game, which we thought that I personally thought that maybe like this is the year that the Astros can finally get beat at home, for sure, and they definitely did. The first game they came in, won. Then it was a back and forth series until the last 2 games where just the Astros just took it, and but the Phillies were definitely mostly in it, except for when they got no hit in Game 5. That was, they shut out, no hit, which I think is the very first ever in MLB history in the playoffs to have that happen. Yeah, that was unfortunate, but hey, it's history. And like I think it was like Schwarber said, he goes, I'll paraphrase, I'm pretty sure he cursed like 3 times through it. He said, "I don't care, we're in the history books." Like that. Cool, like whatever. You're in the World Series, you got no hit by the Houston Astros and lost. Like, sure, call that history. It is in the history books. Yeah, that's how you always have to play those series. Just not care about what happened, and you're just gonna have to go play in that next day, and just have in your mind, hey, maybe yeah we did lose, but yeah we're on a new game now. Yeah, so. Yeah, still don't like it, but hey, congrats to the Astros. You hopefully earned it this time. Yeah, so World Baseball season's done, and we got our free agents, and we actually had our first free agent signing with Edwin Diaz as stayed with the New York Mets for 5 years, $105 million. I think it was. So he will be making 105 years, 102 million, so about 40 I think it was 20.5 million, I think it is. Math, I'm trying to do the math. But yeah, so congrats to him. It's either 20.4 or 40.4, which I'm pretty sure that is not. I'm pretty sure the second one is not correct. Yeah, so he was. I think he's had a salary of $500K in the past couple of years, which if he has, congrats to the Mets for keeping on a contract like that. And being able to do that. So yeah, okay, yeah, 20.4. I knew the 40 was not right, because that would be like 180 or something like that. But yeah, I think he had been signed originally to a like $100,000 deal. Salary. 2016 was 6 years ago. And $507,000. So if that's what he's been on, wow, the Mets have been having him from cheap and basically banked out on him now with over $100 million. Which, hey, at this point he's basically deserved it. Yeah, so we got our first one with many more to come, with huge contracts possibly to come, with Aaron Judge being the top free agent out right now, with multiple teams wanting to bid for him. And of course, as a Yankee fan, I want him to come home. Technically, home is not New York. It's technically Bay Area, which is the Giants, which I think that they're in the mix, which actually them losing Rodon actually today. He did not take his his club option, so he's now a free agent. Which yeah, I'll always have these commercials come up and be loud. Yeah, so Rodon's in free agent now. Diaz is not a free agent anymore. You got Judge, Turner. I think Turner's gonna possibly stay with. I hope he stays with the Dodgers. They were looking at Correa, which I hope they don't get Correa. Dodgers, if this video ever finds you, don't sign Correa. You're just gonna lose your entire fan base. I get it. It's money. It's players. If you win, you win. But in the end, you want to be making that money. You're the Dodgers. You're going to be needing that money with all the contracts you have. You basically have zero cap space over there. You're giving out hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah, so, but, yeah, so we got, those starting up, and hopefully, I guarantee you there's going to be some major splashes in the free agent market this year. Just with the amount of talent that has, just literally the top like four free agents right now are crazy. So it's yeah, okay, yeah, right here, Aaron Judge, DeGrom, and Turner. The four right there, those three, I don't know why I said four. DeGrom, Correa somehow is third. Turner, Bogarts, I think is not gonna. I think he might stay in Boston. I'm not sure about that. Justin Verlander, I can see him retiring. He came back, won. He had Tommy John. Like, go have your family, man. Go have your family. Nimmo, yeah, Rodon here. I hope Nimmo stays with the Mets. He's always been a great, solid player for them. Shaw is actually a manager. I'm not manager, wow. Free agent. So yeah, that's the rounding out basically the top 10 free agents currently. Hey, maybe we have there. I guarantee you there will be hundreds of millions of dollars spent in just the top 10 right there. So yeah. That's for currently baseball. Of course, that started on Saturday night, right after the Astros won, because of course the season ended. We had Sunday Night Football last night with the Titans and Chiefs, where the Chiefs had to come out in the end with winning that game 20-17. It was such a weird game. It was just like it was, I don't know, it was a very like weird amount of calls in the weirdest places. At the end, the Chiefs had 3, so usually you only get 1 chance to get the 2-point conversion at the end, which is like it's basically like you're in 4th down, because it's right after your touchdown, you can only get the 2-point, and just like a field goal, it is a 1 and done usually, unless things just go weird and wrong and it have penalties, which is exactly what happened. And half the time, like at the end, the guy's helmet came flying off, but Travis Kelce basically pulled it off. Like he had like his arm around, like he pulled on. I'm pretty sure I watched. You can see him pulled on the chin straps a little bit, which of course makes the helmet loose and fly off. And the guy was like, "Come on!" Like he just threw my helmet off, not my head, my helmet off. Like what? Game penalty on him. So in the end, they ended up getting that the 2-point and winning. He did have Tampa Tom came out winning again. He's still he's 1 game under 500, which is not like him, of course, if you have seen him through his career. This is a weird year for the GOATs in sports history. You have LeBron is basically kind of not having his team is not doing well. I think they have 3 wins now. They went 0-5 in the beginning of the season. You have Tom Brady under 500 for like the first time, under 500 for the first time in his career. You have Aaron Rodgers under 500. I think that might be the first, like one of the first in his career. Like this is just a weird year for quote unquote GOATs in their sport. Maybe we see some turnarounds. Hey, we're just over halfway through the season with Monday Night Football coming up tonight with Ravens and Saints, which I'm hoping that this is Ravens 5-3, Saints 3-5, so completely switched. I don't know. I see a big game from both these teams, and I'm really hoping it's a good, solid game here through and through. We have Lamar Jackson for QB, and I think we have Andy Dalton coming in for the Saints, which they also, I think they have Mariota's on the Falcons. Jameis Winston, who, if you were not aware, he actually got surgery, LASIK surgery, because he basically was being like, he looked blind. I think he said he was like not seeing well. He was literally thrown to the other team like it was actually his job to throw to the other team and get interceptions. But he did end up getting LASIK. I think it was 2 years ago he got it, or a year ago. Where he was just like, in his head, he's like, I'm done with throwing it. INTs, like I want to be a good QB. I think he's a third string. But yeah, hopefully this is a good game tonight. Last night was good, but also very weird in general. Yeah, so that was, so for football, we also had a very weird amount of, like, wins yesterday. We had the Bills lose to the Jets, here. So we had, alright, Eagles won, that was Thursday. That was kind of bound to happen. They kind of ended up blowing them out. They blew out the Eagles. Yeah, Bills got beat by the Jets. Chargers beat the Falcons, which is kind of, weird. That was kind of weird, but not really. We got that. Lions beat Packers, which that's very weird. I was not expecting that to happen. Yeah, we had Vikings beat the Commanders. It was actually funny. There's videos of the Washington fans shouting like, "You like that," because years ago you had Kirk Cousins on the who actually was referred to as the Redskins at that point. They're now the Commanders, if you were not aware, for reasons, but they started shouting that, and I'm pretty sure he shouted that after when they won the game. I'm pretty sure he came back and shouted that back at them. Which, hey, it's all good. It's all sports. Things happen. It's awesome when this stuff happens. It makes it more entertaining. Seahawks beat Cardinals, not crazy, and Bucks beat the Rams, which they're both having crap seasons, but to have Tom Brady finally actually win another game, it's actually pretty cool. Pretty good for them, and you can tell how much he was just happier to have it happen. Of course, yeah. So we have, and we had a lot of college football craziness happen. We had the big game with Tennessee and Georgia, where Georgia was, I think they were actually even favored to win that game, but it did not happen that way. I'm trying to even find that because there was so yeah, Georgia and Tennessee, where Georgia started off kind of slow against Tennessee, but in the end they just kind of killed them. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So they started off, well, it actually went 3 points and then just 2 touchdowns off the bat, and yeah, apparently Stetson Bennett's number got leaked to literally all of Tennessee, so they were apparently calling him like crazy. And he did, when he scored his rushing touchdown for the second one of the game, he did a little like phone motion to them, I'm guessing like since he knew it was them, he's like, yo, like, yeah, you're trying to get in my head? You're trying to get in my head? Oh, yeah, but you can't. My man, Drake May, again, led the UNC Tar Heels to a huge, to a win. They are going down in ranks, which is good. They were ranked 17. I think they're ranked 15th now, which, hey, this is awesome to see this team. They were ranked, I think, 24th or 25th last year. They lost that first game. Mac came out and said, we should not have been ranked this game. We're not good enough yet to be ranked. But this year they're looking pretty solid. They just need their defense is looking very good. Yeah, they did barely win though. They won 31-28. Drake May, who is the brother of two, but actually, so his dad played football at UNC. His brother Luke May played at UNC for 4 years, won the championship in 2017, but unfortunately lost to Villanova in 2016 in a buzzer beater, which that was crazy. Holy crap. And then they lost to Kansas in the finals last year, which they somehow, he then lost to, I think in 2018, he either got drafted to the Bucks or I think he was still there. But Drake May, who is now on the football team, doing great in the Heisman talks, and his brother Bo Drake is on the UNC basketball team, which is starts tonight. So, and then I think they have a brother that played baseball at Florida or something like that. So this entire family is just beyond just as athletic, just coming out of their veins. Yeah, we had a crazy upset with Clemson and Notre Dame, where they kind of just blew out Clemson. They blew out 35-14, and Texas Tech lost. Oregon won. Yeah, and it was kind of Texas beat Kansas State. And I think that was most of the Pittsburgh beat Syracuse. NC State beat Wake Forest, which is 22 beating 21. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that and Washington beat Oregon State, which, yeah, so there was some big blowouts, and also just some big wins to basically just stir up this rankings again. And I think that they still have Tennessee in front. No, Georgia's in front, pushing Tennessee in both polls down to 5. So it's right now Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, and TCU. And that loss that Alabama had to I think it was Alabama lost to they just lost to LSU, who is ranked 10th. So LSU is not even, actually, yeah, LSU is now 7th. So they kind of switch spots. Yeah, so it kind of pushes Alabama basically completely out of the playoffs. And yeah, oh no, LSU went up 8 ranks. Wow. Yeah, so this was just a big weekend for a lot of sports, with college basketball starting tonight. With I technically have 2 teams. You know, unless I did go to Iona, so they're grandfathered into what I'm a fan of, and also UNC. So hey, let's have another great season start, and of course there'll be always updates going along, because of course it's NBA. College season is not a short season, so there'll definitely be some updates there. So if one of your teams won this weekend, and yeah, Astro fans, if you're watching, congrats to your team. Smash that like button if your team did win, and also it'd be awesome if you could subscribe. And because hey, if you like this, yeah, just keep on coming back, put those notifications on, and you'll see when my videos come out. Yeah, so thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.